Flutterwave, Africa's leading payments technology company, has announced the second edition of its trade fair. After recording its successful first edition in October 2021, the trade fair aims to support small businesses and help them increase sales by providing a free e-commerce store, point of sales capabilities, and access to willing shoppers. Businesses on Flutterwave Store, a simple commerce platform that enables small businesses to sell online seamlessly without having to build or design a website, will be displaying their product physically on booths provided by Flutterwave at the trade fair. The first edition of the trade fair in October saw over 400 shoppers buy from 40 Flutterwave Store businesses. The businesses sold goods in the fashion, skincare, accessories, categories, and more. Joining us right now is Damilola Bello, who is part of this and who has got great passion and love for small businesses. She's the brain behind Pages by Dami, which is primarily a business listing service that provides verified and vetted businesses, but has since evolved into a hub that pushes and supports all businesses. Good morning, Damilola. You're welcome to the studio.
Good morning. Thank you.
Right, good to have you. Flutterwave, right?
Yes, please.
You had one trade fair in October.
Yes, please.
Now, just before Christmas, another one is about to go up. What's the attraction, to trade fairs? What's going on there?
Okay, so since the COVID, all the businesses were pushed to sell online, and it took away that avenue for merchants to meet their customers, to foster trust, credibility. And I was like, you know what, we should, now that the thing is dying down, let's bring businesses to be able to meet their customers, let customers meet their businesses. It helps credibility.
Right. So, Damilola, so could you maybe talk us through what exactly the setup is, so that we understand exactly how it works? Yes, please.
The content of the trade fair,
please.
Where is it holding, when, how, what should participants expect?
Okay. The trade fair is for Flutterwave merchants. That's those that already sell on the Flutterwave platform, or they have Flutterwave stores.
Okay.
We selected a few. Okay, the last time we had 40. Okay. This time around we're having 80 because of how positive it was the last time. So we're like, let's increase the amount, let more people be able to sell, come and see the merchants, etc. So it's happening at Landmark Event Center, Hall 1, on the 19th of December. That's tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Sunday. Okay.
I'm still sorry, because it's a little fairly new to me. So I understand e-commerce, of course, is the new frontier for trade, and of course, a lot of people were very averse to even purchasing online for a very long time. We're beginning to see a change in that, that attitude over time. And of course, with COVID as well, a lot of people flocked online. But now you're having an aggregation of people meeting to actually see the merchants. That sounds like a divergent approach to the e-commerce platform model. How does that?
Okay, so if they are coming to see the merchants, customers, does not mean it's taking away from the e-commerce, because when they are coming to pay, they are still going to pay via the Flutterwave platform. No money, no cash.
We'll exchange hands.
Yes, we'll exchange hands. So it's still online, but just helps them know that these people are here, they are credible, and to also support the small businesses as well.
It's just for one day?
Yes, it's just for one day.
Okay, will Flutterwave's new brand ambassador be there? I know that you've signed up.
I'm looking forward to seeing him as well.
Whiskey.
Oh.
Is he coming? Is he in town?
I hope so.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that's a big pull factor, right?
Yeah.
And it's only tomorrow, so there's time for people to...
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. All right. Damilola, so what about Pages by Dami? Is it a business directory of sorts? What is it? How'd you come about that? And how does that integrate with the Flutterwave model?
Okay, so Pages by Dami is me. It was primarily a business listing service. I found out that, I would patronize vendors, test them, know that they were credible, and I would tell other people that, you know what, because every day people are looking to buy stuff, but the problem they have is they don't know if they can. They don't want any problems on, this is what I bought, this is what I got. Yes, online. So I found out that I was patronizing a lot. I would tell people that, okay, this is actually a good buy. this is the process. And they would listen to me, buy, and see that, yes, my reviews were good. And I kept on doing that. I've been doing this since 2018. So I decided to make it a thing, Pages by Dami. If you're looking for any business, anything generally, I have it. I can tell you where to get it.
So you're pretty much like a vetting process of sorts.
So it has evolved from that. Now because of my MBA, I do consultancy for these small businesses, show them what they can do to their businesses to make it better, grow it, etc. So you can imagine that just small me, I didn't have like all the resources before. So when I partnered with Flutterwave, they have more access to customers, opportunities, grants. Yes. To help them scale.
Okay. Tell us more about the sort of partnership that you have with Flutterwave, and what should the public, those who are listening to you, what should they take away from that? What are the benefits, so that in patronizing you, in patronizing Flutterwave, what are the things that they should look for?
Oh, patronizing me is free. I do what I do for free. Yes.
Okay.
They don't pay me anything for.
They just
yes,
log on to your.
No, I'm giving back to them. I'm helping them, so they don't pay for consultancy or my services.
Okay.
Even the customers as well, they don't do that. Okay, so where do I start? Where do I start from? Okay, so Flutterwave.
There's money involved, so I can understand why you.
So Flutterwave is primarily a payment gateway. You want to buy something, you pay bank card. They have different options.
Yeah.
But they decided that they want to support small businesses as well. I have a community of small businesses that listen to me. I can tell them that they need these things. They will listen, use it, and see results. And that's where the partnership came from. For me to drive these small businesses to use them and see why it is good to use them. Using Flutterwave Store, it's very easy. You set up your store, helps you have a website without having to pay a web developer or anybody to get a website. So you can tell your customers, I have a website, you can pay from here. It eliminates, sometimes customers don't really want to talk to the merchants. Long story. They just want to get their products, pay, and move on. So you can just do that. It's fast. You get your orders immediately. You can do
a proper website or a web page.
A proper website. You have like stores they can buy. You can do discounts. You can get your QR codes. You can generate invoices. Your customers' information are on your dashboard. You have basically everything you need for a business on one dashboard. So I feel like it's very fantastic. Everybody needs that. That was what I was very invested in it. I was like, this is what they need now, because everybody is moving online. So imagine somebody coming to say, okay, do you have a website? And you're like, no, and it costs a lot. So just give them the link to your Flutterwave store. And now, what makes it better is we have launched the Flutterwave Marketplace. So you don't have to go to be looking for vendors individually. You just walk into the marketplace and see over 30,000 credible small businesses across Africa.
Of course, it's a virtual marketplace,
yes, a virtual
right?
Yes, please.
So Damilola, you are an influencer as well. There's a lot of things, a lot of hats you're wearing here. You're influencing my decision as to, you vetted it, and for that reason, I have the confidence to walk into this merchant store and interact and purchase from them. Could you talk to us about some of the trends you're seeing in terms of what kinds of services are customers gravitating towards more in this market? I very recently heard about artisans. Like, you could literally just find an artisan online.
Yeah.
Someone could say, hey, I used this carpenter and he's very trusted, never stole from me, never, What are some of the trends we're seeing?
I think it's still the basic fashion accessories. I think the artisan thing is coming up now because, everybody is tired of always looking for one. And word of mouth is very important. People would rather say, okay, this person has used this person, let me use this person, instead of going to look for a new person. So I feel like the trend hasn't really changed. It's still your fashion guys, accessories.
And do you ever also, when you have a negative experience, do you ever share with your community?
That's a very funny story because...
because I would want to know it.
Yes. I found out, last year I had two businesses in my community who were offering poor services.
Who were?
Offering poor services. Oh. I would usually give you a second chance, third chance. But I had a lot of customers. Okay, I have two sets of customers, the vendors and customers that use my referrals. So the customers from the referral phase came to me. A lot of them said that this is what is happening, and I had tried to fix it before. And I said, you know what? It's not every time that I would give positive reviews, and I was ready for the consequences. I said, I am no longer affiliated with these two businesses because this is how poor their services are. And not just me saying it like to badmouth the businesses. I showed evidence. I have a full thread of bad products that they sent to customers. So that, and I realized that helped me with the customers from the referral side. That, okay, if she can tell us that actually there are businesses that, of course, are messing up the transaction chain, that means she really means business. And since then, everything has grown.
Okay. How much of money transfer is involved in the Flutterwave, platform? I'm asking because of the people in the diaspora who probably will be, looking forward to the trade fair tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I think it's a lot of money actually, because you can pay from anywhere.
Okay.
You can get international customers can now pay and get their stuff.
When you say pay,
via Flutterwave.
Okay, it is not like transferring money from Dublin or London to Nigeria, or you're just basically buying something and then paying for it.
You're just buying something and paying for it. That's with the Flutterwave stores.
Yes. Okay, not like a transfer of money.
No, you're buying a service or a product.
Okay. All right. Damilola, thank you so much for that. We're going to go on a break very shortly, but very quickly, is this only targeted at small businesses?
For now, we're growing.
Okay.
Yes, they're the ones that need all the support that they can get.
Right.
So
All right.
We're here to hold their hand.
We're still coming back to you.
We're coming back to you.
We're just on a short break now.
Right.
All right.
So now we'll take a short break. We'll be back very soon. With Damilola Bello, who is the brains behind Pages by Dami, which is primarily a business listing service that provides verified and vetted business. And I know we're talking earlier about being influenced by a vetting process, but let's talk about your compliance process. How do you go about that? And of course, I want to know, I'm sure Steve would also like to know, do these merchants know that you are vetting them while you are doing that, or are you just sitting back and watching first?
Okay, the Flutterwave compliance process is very thorough. We ask you for everything that we can possibly get from you. If you're a registered business, we ask you for all your CAC documents, national ID card, everything basically that you use to register the business. If you're an individual, we ask for your address, ID card, etc. This helps us, like if there's a complaint from a customer, we know that we can get a hold of you. We have your BVN, etc. for payments, and everything is safe and secure. You have no fear of it being leaked to anybody. For Pages by Dami, yes, the businesses in my community know that they are being vetted. So, and if there's a problem, if I notice anything amiss, I message them individually to say, this is a problem. And if you keep going this way, you will not have any customers. So they change. You can tell that they implement what I tell them. They come back to say, this has worked, thank you. And this helps them tell more people. I've had messages say, this person told me about you, this is what you do, please, I would like you to help my business. So these things make me very happy, and that's what I do.
So you do tell them first that
Yes.
we are vetting you?
They know that. Some even come and say, can I join your community? And I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, but how does this work as far as, credibility is concerned? I see a self-assessment credibility thing, but then in terms of regulation, if you're dealing with other people's businesses and other people's money, who regulates who, and how, and what laws support that?
I think the business laws generally support that because you cannot, how do I put it? You cannot be verified if you don't have the documents from CAC.
Yeah, but that's in confirming that you are what you claim to be.
Yeah.
But in terms of, engaging in business that involves other people's money in transaction, is it a regulated space? That's what I mean.
I don't quite understand the question.
Okay. Pages by Dami.
Yeah.
You deal with small businesses. Flutterwave, for example, you purchase, there are other people doing that. So once you've registered as a company and you check their CAC thing, if there are issues of credibility, default, stuff like that.
Okay, I understand. Yes. The process doesn't take like 2 minutes. It takes a long time. We'll tell you it's between 24 to 72 hours. What we're doing is we're going to check and make sure that this is everything.
Your claims are right.
Yes, and if it is not, they also get a mail back saying, we're sorry, this does not match, this is not right. If you can get the appropriate documents and resend them back.
Okay.
So that's what we do.
So it's not just like
it's not just give us, let's keep it. We're also doing a check behind.
Because if there are issues, it's not just like dragging the police or EFCC.
No. That's why I said the compliance process is very thorough.
It's very thorough.
Yes, please.
That's cool.
Okay, Damilola. So of course, I'm still circling back to this influencer part of it because I find that very fascinating. We have become, beings. We all get influenced one way or the other, subconsciously, without even knowing about it. That's the power of the influencer economy we're in, and that's a very important hat that you're wearing. I want to ask about situations where we've already been influenced to go with a merchant, right? And then you find out later that this person is actually not up to par, but we've already been influenced. Who takes responsibility for that? Because you were the influencer that led us there.
Okay, so like the experience I already spoke about, I feel, especially if I'm the one, I know that the reason why people are going to this business is because of me. I feel responsible. So when I see, randomly, you can see a complaint, and the thing is, my memory is very
sharp.
Very. So I know when I've made a referral, I know the customer, I know when if I see it, I know that this is what the customer is talking about. So what I do is I message the business. I say, what happened? They tell me, and well, the customer is always right. I message the customer as well. And I'm very sorry about this. Would you like to fix it? I would like to fix this. So Pages by Dami also offers a mediation service. I solve a lot of problems because nobody can be 100. There will always be, even if the business is credible, there'll be mistakes, delivery, quality, problems of quality, etc. Maybe the business changed where they are sourcing their products from. There'll be all of that, and it can be easily solved. You can refund your customer. You can send another product to the customer to make them happy. Then maybe offer discounts or an extra gift, and the customer is happy. So when I see that, I know that, okay, this is what happened. I talk to them. I tell the customer, you know what? I will solve this problem. Do not be upset. It is not the business's usual way to do this. And I make sure it is solved. And then you see them say, okay, yes. And everybody's happy.
Okay, just 2 quick questions from me.
Okay.
What role are you playing tomorrow at the fair? And for those who will not be at Landmark, is there a way that we can,
interact,
look in virtually? And then secondly, what can Pages by Dami do for me as a small business owner or something?
Okay. My role tomorrow, I'm both a merchant and organizer. I'm with my vendors, I'm with the organizers. I'm there to make sure that everybody's happy.
There will be like stalls?
Yeah, there'll be a lot of stalls. There's side attractions. You can come and win my 100K in the scavenger hunt. Hope to see you there.
Okay, Steve, we're going to be there, right?
100K? USD?
And also shopping vouchers.
Okay.
So you can shop there.
All right.
Yeah. For you as a small business, it depends. Okay, so what I do is, it's not just enough to say you're a small business. What is your small business? I know how to attend to small businesses according to what they are.
Okay.
Yeah, so just tell me what your small business is and I'll tell you how to.
All right, so we'll take the conversation further after this, isn't it?
Absolutely. Sounds exciting. Something to look forward to on a Sunday. Thank you so much, Damilola Bello, for joining us today. Sounds really exciting, and of course, we're all looking forward to that. Thank you very much.